I think my party, the Democratic Party, the party of the people, ought to say from this day forward, we will never take a dime from a Washington lobbyist. We do not do business with these insiders. We're going to give the power in this government back to the people. Senator Obama and I have already done it, but this is not just presidential candidates. We don't have to wait for the next presidential election to start reforming. We need to start a grassroots movement for reform today, and we need your voice in that effort to reform.
Thank you, Senator. That's actually the second time you've made this very definitive statement about lobbyists. Senator Clinton, who's sitting next to you, would you make a similar statement, or why do you think that's not a persuasive argument?
Well, I think it's a position that John certainly has taken. I have to say that I don't think, based on my 35 years of fighting for what I believe in, anybody seriously believes I'm going to be influenced by a lobbyist or a particular interest group. Now, I've been waiting for this. This gives us a real sense of reality with my being here. But look, the important thing is what you have fought for and what you will fight for. And I will absolutely be on the front lines of the change that we need. And I think I have a good idea about how to bring about that change. I wish it were. I'm anxious to hear the exchanges, but I wish it were as simple as saying, well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. It's going to take a grassroots movement. That's why I'm here today, to thank the blogosphere, to thank YearlyKos, to thank you for being part of the progressive movement in America. I wish you'd been around in '93 and '94 when we were trying to get health care. I was standing up against the drug companies and the insurance companies. So that's what we need, and that's what we're going to have. I look forward to working with you when I'm the nominee and the president.
Senator Edwards has really a very straightforward question here, which is, will you continue to take money from lobbyists?
Yes,
or will you take his position?
I will, because a lot of those lobbyists, whether you like it or not, represent real Americans. They actually do. They represent nurses. They represent, social workers. They represent corporations that employ a lot of people. So, the idea that somehow a contribution is going to influence you, I just ask you to look at my record. I have been fighting for the same things. My core principles have not changed. But I do want to be the president for everybody. And I want to represent the entire country, and that is what I'm aiming to do in my campaign.
Thank you. Senator Edwards.
If you have any question about whether Washington lobbyists have disproportionate influence, too much influence, how many people in this room have a Washington lobbyist working for you? I see 2, 3. How many people are in the room? 1,500, 2,000? You are not represented by Washington lobbyists. We need to cut these people off. That's what we need to do.